You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.
Welcome back. It's Core Digest Friday. Congratulations, Nigeria, for a peaceful election. And let me also say happy Good Friday to our Christian faithful out there. We're turning our attention to the impact of the just concluded presidential election on the economy. And I'm joined by an economist, of course, an economy expert joining us today on the show. Thank you very much for joining us, Sam Polisa.
Nifemi, it's nice being here again. We met before the election.
And I know that you were quite optimistic that it was going to be changed all the way.
And here we are.
It's all right. The good news will also be for the economy. There are screaming headlines about the fact that Nigeria economy has risen positively due to Buhari's election. How exactly did that happen? What's the impact of this election on the economy thus far?
I think the Nigerian share index in the capital market rebounds, and a lot of billions of naira were garnered based on the newspaper report yesterday. You know, before the election there was tension. The FDIs, the foreign direct investment, they were pulling out their investment for Nigeria. And coupled with the fact that the oil price plummeted and the revenue went down, the availability of FX, foreign exchange, in the bidding system was reduced, and that the price, that is the exchange rate, went up. Naira was, apart from official devaluation, the demand and supply factor also added more pressure and exacerbated the problem, and the exchange rate in the black market went as high as for the dollar 230 naira to the dollar. Official market about 197.5. But having put the election behind us, and the conclusion of the election in which the incumbent president congratulated the president-elect, the tension died down. And it doused all the uncertainty. And I think that rallied in the capital market. And within a short time too, the exchange rate will also improve. There's a foreign exchange rate, because those that took away the money and those that were not coming in, they will now bring the money back, and the inflow will go up. And I'm sure that the naira is going to appreciate against other currencies.
Let's look at all of the spendings during the election, and how much of, because the question has always been how much money trickled down to the base.
According to official report which we had, said the political parties advert was about 4.9 billion naira, while INEC spent 92.904 billion naira. That's officially. But unofficially, there are feelings out there, that over a trillion naira was spent on the election. Who are the beneficiaries? The printers, the printing industry, the advert, including you, both print media and television. You are beneficiaries out of it. But the Nigerian economy suffered, because the reason why is that on the election year, as from August, on even the pre-election year when the primaries come up, as from October, November, everything stands still. But the politicians who are also in government, they don't have time for governance anymore.
Well, I think governance was on a pause.
You know, a campaign. That is a pre-election year. On the election year itself, things were standstill. I think since January, I don't think, if you look at National Assembly, they just started meeting now. So the budget has not been passed. And we are in April. So those are the negative aspects. But it shouldn't be so. The economy should not suffer because of election. Because if we begin to do this, that means pre-election year, there will be no development. Election year, half of it will be wasted. Then what time do you have? So in developed countries, it's never like that. But I think with the recent success in Nigeria, and if we can still continue to upgrade our voting system and our campaign system, and politicians now know that if they don't perform, they cannot pick ticket. Things will change.
Just a minute, sir. Before you go on, you talked about certain billions of naira that were officially pumped into the system before the election. Of course, considering the unofficial amount, what impact did that money really have on the economy?
Of course, it has some multiplier effect. Okay. Because the advert, the party's advert, are done locally. Okay. Printers with Smile Home, you know, in the printing industry, in the advertisement industry, it will have impact because the money is spent at home. Apart from maybe some technical aspects, some raw materials that will be imported, so which is not significant. The bulk, the labor, those that will paste the advert, those that will be running around. So it will have a multiplier effect. But it's not much when you compare, when you look at the economy itself, the driving of the economy itself. So, and as part of this analysis I want to make, I want to look at where we are coming from, 2010 to date, where we are coming from, so that we can able for the new incoming government, we can also project. We can also project where we are going to.
You also talked about an amazing economic inflow from 2010, you know, to this.
That's what I'm looking at now.
Please go ahead.
You see, from January 2010, the oil price, Nigerian economy, take it or leave it, we still depend majorly on oil revenue. Okay. People may be coming out and be telling stories, we want to diversify economy. It's good to diversify economy, but the single product that drives the economy today with huge inflow of foreign exchange is crude oil.
For how long do you see that status quo remaining?
Now, what I'm saying in essence is that from 2010, in the year 2010 to February 2011, the price of crude hovered between $80 and $90 per barrel. Okay. As from February 25, 2011, the thing soared up to about $100 per barrel. I peaked at $128 per barrel by end of February 2011. Okay. And this was maintained, the momentum was maintained till April 20th, 2012, when it declined steadily to about $90 per barrel. Okay. But by second quarter of 2012, and thereafter, it rebounded to $110 per barrel, and was there for it was stable at that level until August 8, 2014. The implication of this is that from 2010 to March 31st, about $400 billion came in to this country. Gross, that is gross oil revenue. We are not talking of cash costs to oil majors. It includes the cash cost to oil majors. That is, Nigerian economy was reflected with $400 billion from 2010, January, to March 31st this year. That's a huge amount. So, but by the time you consider cash costs to oil majors and you take that out, at least the economy, the inflow into this economy is not less than $300 billion.
You know, we just keep talking about...
If you compare with this same analysis, if you look at year 2000 to year 2005, we had about $158.2 billion.
As at that time.
As at that gross oil revenue. Then if you look at 2006 to 2009, we have about $230 billion. So in other words, what we raked in from year 2000 to 2009 was less than what we raked in 2010 to 2015. Huge amount. But presently, the price of crude has nosedived. It even went as low as to $43, $44 before it rebounds to about $50 presently. I'm still looking at it that the thing will still rise. It will still steadily, but it's not stable. It depends on what unveils in the oil market, the world oil market, what happens in Syria, what happens in Iraq, and the population of the world is growing. Then alternative sources of energy are coming in, but the impact is still going to rebound. What I'm saying in essence is that we have wasted opportunities in the past, particularly 2010 to date, when we had about $400 billion estimate. It's even more than that. We have wasted a lot of opportunities. And for you to restructure this economy, you need the oil money.
But all of this $1 billion that you're making mention of, what exactly, because it sounds as if the challenge for this country is not the money. If we're talking about $300 billion, was it that it was not properly invested or properly utilized, and that is why this shortfall in oil prices is now beginning to affect us as a nation?
You said it. The management of our economy. We had great opportunity. Even from 2000, even when if the price of crude is below $50 today, if it's around $48 per barrel, Nigeria economy will still make it if you can have good managers. And I think this is the change people are yearning for.
I see.
And this is the change we've got. We want a change in which the leadership's body language will not support corruption or stealing or whatever, so that there will be discipline. So even when you look at year 2000 to year 2005, as I gave the figure, that time the price of crude was virtually below. It was around $38 per barrel, between 38 and 42. Nigeria made it. So not to talk of when the thing went over $100 per barrel. So even at $50 per barrel, if we can have this change we have, if this momentum of change can be maintained, and the leadership is disciplined, and the right people are put at the right places, round pegs inside round holes, square pegs inside square holes, and the economy is motivated, because the Nigeria economy is the largest economy in Africa sub-Sahara. Other markets are trying to penetrate. China is trying to penetrate. Even Asia countries are trying to penetrate. We have the largest market. If we can use whatever we have, whatever is coming in oil, and we can motivate the economy, and we can provide power, because we have to classify our priority. If we have power, electricity, and corruption is minimized, and infrastructures are delivered, Nigeria will be one of the greatest countries in the world. You
talked about the oil being the mainstay of the economy for a while. For how long do you see that status quo remaining?
Well, it depends on us. It depends on the leadership. It also depends on the rest of Nigerians. I've said it. The Nigerian economy, apart from oil, is agrarian economy. We are naturally blessed with arable land. But people will not go back there if there is no motivation, if there is no infrastructure, if there is no road, if there is no electricity, because wherever you go to, you need good roads. Even when you have the harvest, you need good roads to transport the produce to city centers, or to where it could be processed, or where it could be preserved. So, to restructure our economy, the first thing is to stop corruption, the leakages. We stop it. Let's cut our coat according to our clothes, not even our size. If your size is too big, you shed weight. So if you understand what I'm saying, so if you can be disciplined, highly disciplined, and make sure the leakages are stopped, and you begin to spend money where there will be multiplier effect, because the marginal propensity to grow, the economy of Nigeria has a very huge marginal propensity to grow if you are able to motivate it locally. And we're able also to stop our importation.
I see.
We prioritize what we want to import. It's not even compulsory. We have to continue with the system in which you'll be doing bidding every week. If you can sectoral allocation of foreign exchange to the preferred sectors, like agri, preferred sector, all inputs coming in, all machinery coming in should be duty free, and the FX needed to purchase them should be at a preferred rate. If you can do that, if you can motivate that, you encourage young people to go into agri by having machinery, by having not subsistence farming this time around. So we say that indirectly you are restructuring the economy.
You said we must start by cutting down corruption, and that indeed is the perception of the people for this incoming administration, the integrity and all of that. But then we have a situation whereby Buhari administration is saying, I will focus on anti-corruption from the first day I step into office. Is it possible that the issues of the $400 billion we made mention of wouldn't creep up, wouldn't affect, you know, the kickoff of this new and incoming administration?
Well, it depends on the government. You know, presently you see the euphoria we are in now, where Nigerians, both the winners and the losers, we are still congratulating each other. We are still exchanging statements, you know, all those sort of things. And people are expecting a lot from the incoming administration.
That's right.
Even the organizer, this street, the roadside is expecting a lot. So a manager in an air conditioning office is expecting a lot. It's not going to be a utopian government. It's the resources that we have that the government is going to utilize. The first thing is the body language of the incoming president is anti-corruption, and I think people will be are waiting for that to see how we roll out his programs to fight corruption. I'm not doubting him because he has lived a life personally, not a materialistic life. But an average Nigerian at the age of 20, 21 will want to own a house, own a jeep, you know, live a
luxury and all that.
A luxury life. But there will be reorientation. Now we don't need all those. As a Nigerian, we have to reorientate our youth. What you need, Maslow stages of needs. Those are the things. The government have to reorientate. They have to do a lot of work there. Then, coming to the issue of the money, whether they will look into that. It depends on the incoming government. But with the present level of oil price, and with the present level of low oil revenue, I don't think the government can achieve, the incoming government can achieve what is been promising so much, except we orientate ourselves and we know that it's a long way to go. It's not that everything will change automatically. But then I believe very strongly that a Buhari-led government will make great impact.
Look at this news. They say investors gain 1.816 trillion naira in 4 days as capitalization hit 12.135 trillion naira. The interpretation on the street is that Buhari has not even taken over power and things are getting better. Can you throw more light on that?
What happened in that place is there was uncertainty before now.
Okay. That's what will happen after the election.
As if the whole world is crumbling in Nigeria. As if that election will not be successful. As if immediately after the election there will be confusion. So I give that not only to the president-elect, the sitting president,
who congratulated,
the action of just congratulating, calling the president-elect and congratulating, did a lot to douse that tension. And because that tension is doused, now people now begin that, well, security. That where there will be no problem, so let's do business. So that effect, that multiplier effect is what you are reading in that paper.
Okay. Let's, as we begin to wrap up this segment, let's talk about decisive steps, you know, apart from just fighting corruption, you know, the inclusion. For instance, in this current dispensation, we have someone like Okonjo-Iweala, who happened to be at the top echelon at the World Bank. Let's talk about the quality of minds that needs to come together, to channel this course forward for Nigeria?
Thank you. I think there's going to be a total departure. If we are going to make any success or any development, it's going to be a total departure from Okoje-Iweala economics. Okoje-Iweala is a capitalist economist. We need a development economist, a homegrown. You know, I've always been advocating that. You don't just go and bring somebody from an alien to come and solve our problem. The solution to our own problem belongs to us. Look at INEC. Look at the success recorded by INEC. Did we go to Ghana or Europe to bring our INEC chairman? We brought in a Nigerian who is focused, determined, resilient to do the work at the expense of his own life. Because I learned that Jega has not been able to visit his village for 4 years after 2011 election. Because what they perceive in the north, that he didn't win the election for them. But notwithstanding, he went ahead to do this job. Similarly, we need good economists, people that are determined, resilient, who wants to make name, not want to amaze world, not want to amaze the whole world, who wants to make name that, look, I am going to fix this economy. And Mr. President, this is my, from day one, you have to put up the roadmap, you have to put up, it has to be in consonance with the manifesto of the ruling party.
That's right.
So that is what we need, and I think we can get it. And I think with the type of leadership that is coming in under General Muhammad Buhari, we get the right people. That's what we need, not a capitalist economy, not an alienated minister of economy sitting somewhere in Abuja. I didn't know what is going on in the street in Lagos or Port Harcourt or Akwa Ibom. We need somebody who is conversant with what is going on. Look at all those World Bank economists that came from Bangladesh, from India. When they went back to their country, they touched the lives of the people. Right. They brought in programs that encourages microfinancing, that encourages people's businesses, that allows them to grow. So that is the type of what we need now.
For 16 years, we've been battling with the issue of power in Nigeria. Not until recently with the introduction of privatization, of course, the Jonathan administration has promised that it's just a matter of time. How pivotal is power supply to, boosting the economy of this country?
The importance of power, particularly electricity, to revamping Nigerian economy cannot be overemphasized. It is very key, because there's hardly anything you do, you don't need it. In the last 16 years, or even beyond them, the problem we have in the power sector is this corruption. There is, as if there is a cartel that didn't want power to work in Nigeria. And the only thing that can break it is good and disciplined leadership. That cartel must be broken, whatever it is. What does it take? Nigeria is, South Africa, they generate the power generation, 68% of their power generation is on coal. Because there is an absolute advantage when they use coal. In Nigeria, we are flaring gas, and there's no power. Apart from gas, we have coal. Then we can build thermal stations. Apart from that, this is a sunshine region. You can use nuclear. You know, the challenge is not only the generation of power, but the distribution network.
I see.
Like the experts, I'm not an expert in that area, but that's what I'm hearing from them. Whatever it is, I think this government is going to take the bull by the horn.
I see. You are quite
optimistic. The cartel must be broken.
We have to wrap up now, but what's the... I keep asking everybody this question. How long should Nigerians wait before they start kicking, before they start asking questions? How long do you foresee this administration needing to actually start putting all of these things in right perspective?
I think by the time the administration will be celebrating 100 days in office,
I see.
We'll have seen some changes critically, particularly in the area of discipline and the area of anti-corruption. You know? And I think so. By the time the administration will be spending 100 days, celebrating 100 days. But I think to fix most of these problems, to fix it, we need about maybe 2 years.
I see.
By the time the administration is halfway through,
we should be
happy.
Sam OLISA is an economic and financial expert to join us today on Core Digest. Good to have you always. Your analyses are quite fantastic. Well, it looks as if the expectation for this administration is high, and we're hopeful that they will be equal to the task. And indeed, within 100 days in office, Nigerians will be happy that they voted for change. And that wraps it on Core Digest for this week. We'll be back, God willing, with another exciting edition next week. Don't forget to join my colleague Frank Omolape tomorrow on Core Digest Extra. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Stick around for the top of the hour news. Don't go away. Thank you very much.
Nigerians are expected to seek out the best. 2 words to describe the activity.
The Yoruba Unity Forum is conducted.
Be the first to know. From the north, south, east, west, and around Africa.
Presidential
we break the news.
Women in Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are Core TV News.
Welcome to Core TV Primetime
News, a 24-hour news station.